Hey DB,
this is this week's episode of Conquest Journal.
America.
I'm Michelle.
Let's get started. Hey, pay attention to me.
What?
Oh my god, you're addicted to your phone.
Whether it's texting or being Snapchat, most of us use our smartphones throughout the day. According to Media Kicks, we spend about 1 hour and 56 minutes on top of 5 social media platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. A study showed that 76% of women use their cell phones in the bathroom, while 74% of men use their cell phones. People overuse cell phones to try to escape boredom and seek out entertainment.
I spend most of my day on my phone watching videos.
People are definitely becoming very dependent on their cell phones. So I think whenever you leave home without it, you run back and get your phone.
But the usage of cell phones can have some negative health impacts, like anxiety, sleep disturbances, and relationship issues.
I think it's a lot easier for you to be mean or say things that maybe may not be so nice, that are harder to say in person than they are just texting someone and telling them.
Can you believe 18 to 24-year-olds sleep with their phones right next to them? Yes, technology is amazing, but some people forget to live in the real world. Reporting for Conquest Journal, Jacqueline Rivera.
If you're looking for a place where they sell fresh fruit and creative art,
Come downtown to the farmer's market.
The Artists Farmers Market is a place where people come and see the variety of local foods and artists that El Paso has to offer.
I bring art, so I have some mixed media, mostly acrylic paint. I have little magnets, and I attach like a 3D kind of a material that I made from cornstarch and water. I have an Instagram, Art and Hammer, hashtag ARTNHAMMER. I also have a Facebook fan page. I love that there's so many artists here. It'd be nice to get more people to come out.
If you're looking for fresh food and creative art, pass by the market at 117 Anthony Street and see it for yourself.
I've started coming since last year, and it's really been picking up. Everyone talks about it. I really love the vibe and the atmosphere, and just I really like supporting local vendors. From what I understand, they're here every Saturday from 9 to 1.
The market is also the place where people can bring their dogs and admire the art.
He's my best friend, by far. He's one of my best companions. He's always making me better, because every time I think he can't learn something, he just shoots up and he says, yeah, I can do that, in his own dog way. And before I know it, we're learning something new every month.
See you next time. Report from Conquest Journal, Annalise Castro.
Do you like animals?
of course, at the El Paso Zoo they have some of the most exciting animals in the world.
The El Paso Zoo is one of El Paso's greatest attractions. Open every day from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and their ticket prices range from $9 to $12.
Well, it's a great place to walk around, get some fresh air, enjoy the beautiful gardens. It's very educational. Your kids can learn a lot by reading the signs and talking to the people who work here. And it's just a really fun place to come. There's a big playground. We're going to have a carousel soon. I just think it's a great place to bring kids, and they can learn a lot.
It's a great experience for both family and friends to have fun and walk around.
We have our African wild dogs over in the African part of the zoo. So they're also called painted dogs. They've been here just a couple of weeks. So that's a really fun exhibit. We also have a new sea lion, in addition to LB, who we've had for a while.
Make sure to go visit them at 4001 East Paisano Drive. Reporting for Conquest Journal, Jacob Santoyo.
Many teenagers suffer from depression or anxiety and do not seek for help.
Beatriz caught up with the nurse. Here's the story.
Depression is when someone feels sad, they feel lost, maybe they feel like they don't belong.
Having anxiety and depression can cause headaches, stress, and so much more. If you need any help, here are some possible options.
They can come to the nurse's office, of course, and then we also refer them to the counselors. We also have a great CIS coordinator who works with several of our students.
After giving out important information, the nurse would like to share the following message.
They're not alone, and that there's always somebody out there that can help them. They just need to ask.
If you need any help, please contact the nurse or the counselors. Reporting for Conquest Journal, Beatriz Valdez.
There is so many animals out in the street. I wish I could do something to help.
You can. Just watch this video.
Approximately 7.6 million animals are into the animal shelter nationwide every year. Here's a representative of Laws and Paws to give us more information about these animals.
This started, last year in 2 years ago, 2016, with a little dog named Raven. She was one of my main reasons, because I didn't want her to get euthanized. I wanted to protect my victim, and that was the reason for starting this program.
I like to say that we like to take on the more difficult cases, the ones that need a little more rehabilitation, the ones that need to be a little more socialized, the ones that need a little more TLC.
We pull dogs that have been neglected, abandoned, abused. A lot of people, they don't want them because they see them as broken. They don't think it's a dog that's adoptable. And we rehabilitate them to nurse them back to health, where they become these lovable dogs where people actually want them.
We give our home and our love to them as though they were our own until they find their forever homes. So,
here are one of the many places where animals are stuck in kennels instead of being in a loving family.
We've been endowed with the responsibility for these animals, and so like Detective Acosta says, we have to be their voice. So we have to be responsible for them. And if you have to question whether or not you should call, I highly recommend that you do.
If you want to help volunteer, foster, or donate, here's Laws and Paws contact information.
Every year, the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Canned Food Drive lets you donate food for late fees.
Did you know that El Paso Public Libraries are now taking donations in order to help you with your fees? But it doesn't only help you, it also helps the ones in need. $927,000 youths hold library cards across the city, but more than 160,000 of them can't even check out books.
I work at the library and I've had overdue fines. So we don't want that to be the reason people stop coming to the library, especially young people. So we want to give them an opportunity to pay down their fines and do something good for the community.
More and more people stop coming to the library because of their late fees.
We're allowing people to pay down their fines by donating a canned or non-perishable food item, and for each item that they donate, we'll knock $1 off their fines. We're donating this food to organizations such as the Rescue Mission, the Opportunity Center, the Center Against Family Violence, and other organizations. We generally collect at probably about 14 of those big yellow bins that are located at the front of the library here that we use to collect the food items. We also work in conjunction with the Martin Luther King Canned Food Drive. Okay. So the food drive is citywide. This is the 18th year of the food drive. We've collected close to 300,000 pounds of food. We run the food drive early in January. It depends on Martin Luther King's birthday is the third Monday in January. So we try to coincide the food drive with Martin Luther King's birthday, which this year falls on January the 15th.
It goes from every 2 weeks before Martin Luther King Day. Now, reporting from Conquest Journal, Jose Espinosa.
Bless you. Are you sick?
I don't know why.
Because the flu is going around and it's catching a lot of cases.
Here's Fernie with the story.
The flu is back and stronger than last year, having more than 1,000 cases and leaving 13 dead in the El Paso area.
Struck during the holidays, and we're around family and we're all close together. So I think in that aspect it kind of passed quickly between everybody because we were all together around the holiday time.
Here are some ways to prevent getting sick.
To prevent the flu, of course, you need to get your flu shot. That always helps. That will even help if you come in contact with the flu, your symptoms could be less. What also helps with the flu is keeping your hands clean, washing your hands frequently. Make sure that you rest, have a good diet, and drink plenty of fluids. It'll seem kind of like you have a cold. You have a sore throat, cough, runny nose, but usually with the flu, you end up with a high temp. Fever is 101.4, but we've been noticing kids have like 102, 103, and that should be a signal for you to go get checked.
Be sure you're aware of what you're doing, like use a tissue when you need to blow your nose, go like that when you need to cough, and yeah, just be sure you don't get others sick. So like if you know you're sick, to just stay home. I wash my hands every time I go to the restroom. When I go eat food, I wash my hands. Every time I sneeze or cough, I cover myself.
A bunch of people got sick, and I know one of my friends didn't actually come to the first 2 days of school because she got sick, and so it was a really weird shocker.
If you haven't gotten the flu shot, contact your doctor now. For more information and tips to prevent from getting sick, please visit ephealth.com. Reporting for Conquest Journal, Fernie Lara.
Thank you for watching this week's episode.
I'm Michelle.
I'm Erika.
Signing off.
Thank you for watching this week's episode. Signing off. I wish I could do something to help. Sí, ya sé. Oh my God, you're addicted to your phone.
Oh my God, you're addicted to... Hey TV, this is this week's episode of Conquest Journal.
¿Tu nombre?